This is Shaun Sport in podcast form.
All right, the Socceroos were in action last night. They were playing Bangladesh. Big time nation when it comes to World Cup qualifiers. So
Yes.
we got the Vickies, would you believe?
Ooh.
So they were playing in Dakar, and I was looking at Graham Arnold, the coach, and he was completely saturated, like the place had been pouring with rain.
And what was it?
It was
humidity.
That I cannot.
And he's standing on the sidelines, Nate. He's barely walking 2 metres
Yes,
each
he's
side.
not doing
He was
anything.
completely saturated.
Yeah.
I can't go somewhere for a holiday that is that humid.
It makes my hair go frizzy.
Just to be just damp
You
all
like
the time.
Singapore? That's
no, I like
humid.
Singapore, but the thing about Singapore is that they've had the good thought to air condition everything and then make everything
Oh, so
available through tunnels.
Don't go
No,
outside.
basically, you're like a mole, just going around underground. You don't ever really
With
go
your
out for
cardigan
air.
on.
Spare a thought for the players.
I know.
Like, all those guys live in England, for
Yes.
God's sake.
But
Yeah,
to, but
that's
to
right.
be damp,
Yeah,
oh,
it's not a good
no.
feeling.
Hot and damp.
Hot and damp.
By the way, with the Socceroos, we've got a family pass to see the Socceroos take on Palestine. It's at HBF Park next Tuesday, this Tuesday, in fact. Let's cheer home the Subway Socceroos. Search Socceroos for tickets, 132410. We'll give that family pass to caller number 3 right
Oh,
now.
lovely.
So well done to the Socceroos. Last night also there was a big win for Women's Rugby League. So the State of Origin Women's competition was going on. It was game 2. It was played in Newcastle last night. Pouring rain. They sold it out. So
Wow,
that's another
that's
good
amazing.
step forward.
That's brilliant.
Fantastic for that
Yep.
one. I want to talk about the women's tennis just for a second now. And Iga Swiatek, who's the world number 1, she was up against Coco Gauff from the American. And Coco was making a comeback in the second quarter, right? She lost the first quarter. She was making a comeback in the second quarter, and then a decision went against her.
Oh.
She wasn't happy about because the line judge kind of overruled a decision and interrupted her swing.
Yep.
And then the umpire said, no, that was in point
Yeah,
to
right.
point to the opposition.
Yeah.
She had this to say afterwards about how the French Open is run.
Tennis is the only sport where not only we don't have the VR system, but a lot of times the decisions are made by one person. It's almost ridiculous that we don't have it. Not also just speaking because that happened to me, but I just think, every sport has it. And also there's so many decisions that are made, and then it sucks as a player to go back or online and you see that you were completely right. And it's what does that give you in that moment?
Well, with the amount of money and prestige with that, why wouldn't they use it? Is it to keep the chair umpire in the job?
That's one reason.
to give them,
That's one reason.
the that makes that position powerful. But
So the French Open is the only one who doesn't use any video technology.
Yeah.
The only one. They're still going on the old school courts. But Nathan, so they're going tradition.
yes,
But as you were saying, we've moved a long way from
Yeah,
tradition.
that's
when
right.
there's a lot of money on the line,
there's
there's
money on the
history on the
line.
line
So much more at
constantly.
stake.
you shouldn't be able to go back and with your naked eye look and
Yes.
see how an umpire got something wrong, especially with the technology
Yeah.
these days. With the money, I mean,
Yeah,
geez.
and the course of that game, she had momentum.
Yes.
The momentum. She lost the plot, right? She started crying.
Yeah.
And I say toughen up to that moment.
Yeah, you'd
but
be
secondly,
frustrated by it, though, yes.
frustration, and it changed the momentum. She bowed out in straight sets, and she's not in the French Open final. Not to say that she would have won the game.
Did you
but
ever start
she's-
crying during a game?
No, I've cried after a game.
Why? What happened?
I've cried in relief of my performance.
Yeah, right. Oh, what? So you're like, oh, thank God I went okay.
So
Yeah.
you were under the
oh,
pump.
really?
And
Have you ever done that here?
Just crying all the way home. in the
I've
car.
cried during your performance.
It's not a day that I cry when I leave this studio. Not one day. And finally, who tipped Richmond last night to beat Adelaide?
me.
Thank you.
No, but my tips are down the toilet anyway. So, yeah, extraordinary.
They
What?
had a few players come back in. Everyone
Yeah.
saw that Dusty went out, but they had Tim Taranto come back in. They had Dion Presti as another guy that come
Yeah.
back in. Big name. Shai Bolton was the other one.
Yeah, big name.
Dangerous. And we'll see what happens with them because Dusty comes back in next week to play his 300th game. They may be able to get a bit of momentum.
There's
Tom
a bit
Lynch
of talk,
as well.
though, that he's going to come back, play 300 and then retire. Have you heard that
they
chatter?
are saying, I'd imagine he'd just play out the year.
Yeah.
Particularly if they get on a roll.
Yeah.
But Dusty, at this point in time, Nathan, he's about to play his 300th game. Everyone knows Dustin Martin around Australia. He'll be a legend in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
He
for
won't
sure.
just make the Hall of Fame the AFL. But he's not doing any... At this point in time, he's not doing a interview.
Well, look,
a
for
single
me,
interview.
I've always said the sweet spot for anyone playing football, game-wise, is 228 games.
Yes.
I think that once you do that, you've
Any
shown
more
what you
than
need
that?
to do. Any more's greedy, showing
Yeah.
off.
No wonder he doesn't want
course,
to talk about it.
course.
Buddy
just me.
Franklin was the other one who didn't really talk around his retirement either.
No, only a few weeks
Yeah,
ago when Sydney
yeah.
played Hall. Oh, quick one last thing. The USA beat Pakistan in T20 match just overnight.
Stop it.
The USA. It's their first ever World Cup. You cannot tell me
Home
that
ground
the
advantage.
Pakistan team aren't taking some money under the table. Allegedly.
That is allegedly. You can't tell me that allegedly.
Just in case Pakistan came after you.
Shaun Sport in podcast form.
We have Jeremy McGovern in the house. It's always good to catch up with the Gov. We're going to be talking footy in a second, but we are exploring the world of the caravanning lifestyle, Gov. Last week I was hit the roads. We were talking about camping itself. You're not you don't mind camping. You're a camper.
Yeah, love it. Yeah,
But the next level.
No, he said,
It's the life
he
of
goes,
a
I
caravaner.
am happiest in a swag.
Yeah.
Or he goes, or I want the biggest caravan in this range.
The swag is perfect when it's you, when it's the whole family going.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got 3 kids, so
yeah. I'm more than happy with the swag. Just
Yes.
throw me in that. But I'm with 3 kids and a beautiful partner that need to be comfortable.
yes.
Which I need to be comfortable as well if
Sure.
I'm
Gov,
dealing with them, I guess.
So
I took the
open your
four.
wallet, mate.
I took the 4 with a Jayco Swan one time. We went up
Yeah.
to Nalu. So both sides pop out. So you got 2 queen beds, and then we just took a tent and chucked 2 in there.
Yeah.
They're on the side.
Yeah, his kids are little, though.
That's my dilemma is the height of most of the caravans you got to duck.
Oh, of course.
So then you get the pop-up ones
Oh,
and
'cause
you
you're a
get the
giant
expanders,
freak.
Jayco
Yeah,
expanders.
yeah.
But then it's like I've got to pull that in and out every single time we're going everywhere.
Yeah.
A little bit of pain in the ass, but
Yeah.
I'll leave them and I'll just roll the swag out.
I
It's
do-
sort of
yeah,
what
okay.
I'm-
I
Yeah.
do love going with
Get coming
Dad to the caravan and camping show. You love going to that
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, it's awesome.
And I just love that everyone you see walk out of a caravan because everyone's having a look in
Yeah.
there and everyone's imagining it being theirs. And every single person, you can hear this
Mm.
one phrase all over the whole thing is, oh, I could live in that.
so true.
Everyone always convinces themselves they can shed all their worldly belongings
Yes.
and live in a caravan.
Yeah.
And every single person looks like they're about to buy, and they never buy.
Yeah, no,
Oh, yeah, I'll
then
pick
they
this
look
one
at
up
the
and-
price tag on it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
You
maybe
keep
not.
walking around down at South Perth there. You're walking around and then just walk out the door with nothing.
Yes.
I was the same with the swags because they were all on sale because they had the mad sale on the last
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
And everything's just slashed because they want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, come back and get it. And
But
next
it's
thing
even
you know-
like, but even at those
Talk a big game.
caravan shows, even the accessories you get stuck
Oh,
down
yeah.
on,
Nathan.
like all the silicone things like a buckets or cups or whatever, and they all
Yes.
collapse. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I need everything to collapse.
Yeah, it's almost it's too overwhelming.
It's
That
too
you end
much.
you end up with nothing. You
it's
go there
too
with these big
much.
ideas, and you got the chest puffed out. Here we go. I'm going to absolutely
Yeah.
get a bargain day and walk out with nothing.
Yeah, you do.
So,
Absolutely.
still good fun.
Well, we're all the same. That's perfect.
Yeah.
This weekend, mate, you got a big game against the North Melbourne Kangaroos.
Yep.
I mean, a lot of people just go pencil this one in, but it's not that easy.
Nah.
It's not that easy.
No, definitely not. No, there's no way. I don't think any team in the comp's thinking about penciling one in at all. Even if you've seen last night with,
Yeah,
with
no.
Richmond.
How was that?
Yeah, if you're a little bit off, you're getting beaten by any side. So we're not taking it lightly for sure, and it should be a good game. Another Saturday Arvo game, which is nice for the fans. But yeah, it should be good.
The new kid got a game straight away, so he kicked,
Yeah.
5 in the Rezzies, and he's
Straight in.
promoted.
Jack
How's that?
Hutchinson,
Yeah.
unbelievable.
It's amazing, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's a great story. I think we had Ryan Marrick last year. I think it was. He
Yep.
pretty much come straight
Yep.
in as well.
Yeah.
Which is exciting and it's great. It's great for the AFL and the mid-season draft. And yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with him, and I'm glad he's got an opportunity straight off the bat.
So what time does the game finish?
About
5-ish,
6.
yeah, 5, yeah.
The game actual finish, or when I leave?
When you leave.
About 6:30, I reckon.
And then what do you do? So this is
7 o'clock.
Saturdays, all right? I don't
Saturday,
know.
Yes.
yeah.
All right, so then I don't know anything. So then Saturday night, what do you do after a game on a Saturday night? What happens?
It was a bit of a shock because we don't know we haven't had Saturday games.
I know,
So
now
it
you've
was
had
like-
2 in a row.
Yeah.
I was walking around my house going, "What? The world's my oyster here."
Yeah.
I was about to go hit the town.
Straight to hippie club, eh?
Yeah, no,
Like
and then
the
I
good
just
old
looked
days.
and remembered I've got 3 kids.
So do you do anything fun at home? Like, what will you do?
Mate, I'll light me fire out the back, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'll-
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, do that and have a couple of quiet drinks
And
by
just sit
myself.
at the back in the...
Yeah, just me and
by
Maddie.
yourself?
No, well, my partner Maddie's there with me, so
Oh, my
I
mum.
do that,
My
but-
dad doesn't sit with my mum.
I'll do that. But yeah, look, we might have an opportunity to try have a beer with everyone and
Yeah.
chew the fat, but
nice.
no, not too much.
Oh, because you have the buy the following week.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
normally you can,
So you're
pin the
essentially on
shoulders back.
holidays tomorrow at
You know
about
what? I
6:30.
didn't even realise that. So yeah, I'm absolutely painting the town red.
Yeah.
exciting.
Done. Well done.
Nah, they won't
Drop
be
the
out
kids
there.
off here this afternoon.
Nah, I'm heading down to Bridgetown for a few days. with
nice.
Tommy Brass. So I'll take it easy.
Are
Probably
you
Saturday
going
night.
to pick some apples or something? What are you doing?
Bit nice
Yeah,
and
I've never
brisk
actually.
down there.
I've gone through there, but never stayed. So I'm looking forward to having
It's a
good
lovely
look
little
around.
spot,
Yeah.
Bridgetown, but it
Yeah.
is cold.
Is it the Black
Yeah.
River that goes through there?
Blackwood River? Yeah.
Blackwood River.
Yeah.
What do you do there?
I'll tell you. I
Okay.
don't know. I'm about to head down and have
So
a
you
look.
said
but-
like you pick apples.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a big apple town. Like
Yeah.
the farms around there, fruit and veg.
Fruit and a lot of fruit going down.
Yeah, you
there.
go through
Pink
the
ladies.
petrol station there. It's one of those petrol stations where they sell fruit and veg there. There'll be
Yeah.
baskets of apples.
Nothing makes you want to eat an apple more than the smell of petrol.
Exactly. No chocolate bars in here.
I love those small country towns where the best restaurant is at the
Yes.
servo.
Yeah.
Have you been
Yes.
there?
That was Esperance for a while.
Yeah,
the
it
Golden
was. The
Fleece
Golden
used
Fleece.
to have the restaurant attached.
We went there many times
It
for
was
dinner
the
at the Golden
finest
Fleece.
dining.
Well, I stopped at the petrol station at Iniaba on the
Yeah.
way up on the Brown Highway, right? And it looked like, so there's a mine site that's not too far
Yeah.
away, and it looked like there was a couple having like a date night there. There was a guy and a girl sitting down.
Yeah.
There was two like
Because where else are you going to go?
It was hilarious.
Here's
Date
the thing, though. Your date night shouldn't be 10 minutes away from the unleaded pump.
Mate, Billabong's the spot.
Oh,
So
no,
when
I
go,
reckon the
it's good
Overlander.
too. You reckon?
Oh.
Yeah, the Overland is better than the Billabong.
This is the Eagles and Dockers all over again,
Nah,
isn't
I'm-
it? You
I'm
just
Gauff.
can't
I'm the
agree on
Billabong guy.
anything.
No, honestly,
is
think
good.
about it. Think about it.
I have. I've thought about it
Is it
multiple
long and
times. Thank
hard?
you, Sean. When we're going up to Exmouth, Billabong's the spot. We'll stay there and.
Oh, no, I'm
it's
not saying-
almost
yeah.
like you're going back in time when you go
Right,
have a feed and
sell
stuff.
me Billabong. Sell me Billabong.
I don't know how to sell it to you.
No,
There's
no,
nothing,
right,
but that's
yeah.
the whole point. It's nothing flash. Same thing. You
It's
go
the
pay
vibe.
for your fuel and order your dinner
Yep.
and sit down right next to the till.
But it does have a dining room.
Yeah,
that
it's
you
got
can-
its old school
yeah,
dining room.
yeah.
There's
It's got dongers, so you can stay there.
Yeah.
little dongers. Yeah, it's
It has dongers.
You're going back
Yeah.
in time.
In case the date goes well.
Just in case you meet someone while you're pumping
Gauff.
your petrol.
So for everyone, if you're heading up
you tell me about
Northwest
it,
Highway,
yeah.
then you chuck it. So the Overlander's left on the right hand side if you're
Yeah.
going north, and on the left hand side you would turn off to go to Shark Bay, Monkey Mire, or
Yeah.
Denham.
Yeah.
The Overlander is the best stop, and the reason why is because their foodery is so much better than the Billabong.
You reckon?
They have sausage rolls that are the size of an A4
Yeah, it doesn't matter about the
piece of paper.
size. Are they good?
Yeah, they're not bad.
Well, have
Pretty
you had
good.
the big T-bone from Billabong?
Big
Oh, no.
T-bone.
How much
Yes,
does a T-bone
thank
cost at
you,
Billabong?
mate. I don't know the actual cost,
Oh, you
but
don't
it's
look at prices.
worth whatever they're charging because it's
this
huge.
is a guy who makes massive
He
money,
doesn't-
though.
He doesn't know what money
No,
is.
mate, huge. Trust me, Shawnee.
Sorry,
Who goes-
Shawnee, have a go.
First
Have
of
a
all,
go.
who goes to a petrol station and has a T-bone?
Yeah, mate.
Jeremy,
Petrol station. It's a roadhouse.
Jeremy
It's
McGovern.
just hidden, mate. Hidden gems.
Yeah, that's right. Don't be such a snob.
Shaun Sport is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.